Well, this is a very important question, and most too often people ignore in answering the question. In fact, it is more so the reason behind this that is what is important. So reasoning is critical. Now, we know that from the law of exponents, x to the power m positive n. Suppose we have it like this, then I can rewrite this as x to the power m times x power n. It's possible to write it like this. On the other end, I can always write x to the power m times x to the power n as x raised to the power m positive n. So both these things are possible, right? So if you want, you can have a proof of it, or I would say you can try out for different values of m and n. So this is what we are going to consider. Now let us consider say x to the power m times x to the power n. So let me use the multiplication operator, right? So x power m times x power n, this can be rewritten as x to the power m positive n by the law of indices, right? Now let say n be equal to 0. So in that case, x to the power m operated or multiplied with x to the power 0 is equal to x raised to the power m positive 0, which is equal to x to the power m. Now this is where things get interesting. Now there is a axiom in group theory. For every a element of a real number, there exists a e element of the real number such that a star e, if this condition is true, if a star e is equal to e star a is equal to a, then e is called the identity element, right? So now what is more important for observation, or what we need to observe here? The observation is what multiplied with a gives me a back. That is what we need to focus here, and that is what is the element e, which produces the element back. So when you multiply any element by e, the operation produces that original element back to us. So now the question comes, what should I multiply, or what is multiplied with x raised to the power m such that x raised to the power m is produced as a result? So that is the question that is being posed. So the only way this can happen, the only circumstances that this can happen, so what can happen? Producing the original element, right? So the only circumstances that this can happen is when multiplied by the number 1. So this means the only possibility is a to the power, or I should say in this case x to the power 0 should be equal to 1. So this is the only possibility. So only when x to the power 0 is equal to 1 we are able to get this. So what does the conclusion tell us? So this means x to the power 0 is equal to 1 for every x element of the real number. Of course, we have done everything considering the fact that x is any number. So maybe we can add that in the result. Show that x power 0 is equal to 1 for any x element of the real number. So that completes this proof, students. Thank you.